station, everybody, because we've got the great Herminio. Reyes Jr. is in the house. Good to see you, man.
What up? It's your boy Herm here with another Wednesday. Oh man, I always gotta do something to botch it up somehow, huh? That I didn't even turn the camera on. Like they can't hear me. I'm yelling off the top of my lungs and all that. I'm wearing a Superman shirt. I don't look too super there, right? But yeah, man. Happy new comic book day, everyone. I hope everyone is having fun today. Everyone got your books, and if you didn't, whenever you get your books this week, I hope you enjoy them. We love books, comic books. Big reason why me and my partner here, which I'm going to bring on in a second, always, that's what got us together. That's what got this, all of us in this community together. As soon as I can get my words together and figure out what am I going to do. But yeah, so before we talk anymore, I'm going to bring my buddy, my partner in crime, Mr. Sam, son of Odin. What's going on, Sam?
How are you today? And, I have the power.
No.
Oh wait, that's the wrong universe.
Wrong universe. Yeah. Not the power of Grayskull or nothing like that.
Yes, that's the Grayskull thing. But you
gotta twirl it around.
But you hit the nail on the head. Yes. Yes.
No pun intended, or pun intended, or whatever you want to call that.
Yes.
So, how are you doing today, Sam? How was your day today?
I am doing pretty spectacular, I must say.
Spectacular.
Or
pretty
mighty. Mighty.
Yes. Pretty mighty, Mr. Son.
That I don't need an Odin sleep. Okay.
Oh, no Odin sleep. No Odin sleep here.
Sleep for me.
No Odin sleep here. No way.
No.
So real quick, I'm gonna go to the chats because that's why we're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All to hang out. Why not? First up, we got TM Nerdy Station, my other co-host and my monthly co-host, and he's a co-host too now. And I can say that Fargate 01 Station, my man. Station. Some guy named Sam Tangled Web.
That's my clone.
Every week, your clone keeps coming. Station.
Yeah.
Station. Sheena. Station. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you. And look what we got here. Sleepy Reader. Station.
Station.
His eardrum just busted. Not the way I started. There was a blank. Nobody saying anything.
Yeah.
Maria, Station, hun. Station. She says, Maria. Happy new comic book day, everyone. Best day of the week. It's like Christmas Day all over again. Every week.
Every week. Exactly.
Every week. Brother Joe, Station, my man. Been a while. Station. Hope everything's good with you. But who else is up in here? We got a Ben guy who wants to see our shirt. Hey, you can see my shirt. This is just the Superman. There's nothing else.
I got an Avenger shirt, and Thor's in there.
There you go.
Thor's in there.
I'm super. You know what I mean? Even though I don't feel it sometimes. Sam must be worthy to wield the hammer. He's worthy. Only the worthies.
This little hammer. I am worthy to lift this little hammer. Yes.
Yes, only the worthy should to hold the hammer of I was gonna say Hammer of Wakanda. I was like, that's not right.
The hammer of
The
the
Hammer
tangled web.
of the Tangled Web.
Yeah.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, yeah, meow meow.
Meow 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 meow. So yeah, man, we got a lot going on today. Of course, before we get to our show, um,
Yeah.
I always love to plug my friends and all that. And you were on a little bit earlier. It might
Yeah.
not be live, but you were
No.
on a little earlier. Cause
Yeah.
part of the I can't find anything now list. We have ourselves Whiplash Wednesdays, and I like Sleepy Reader a lot, but I need to take a comment on so people can see.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all over the place today. Hey, isn't that new, right? Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to
Look
put
at
this
that.
up
Yeah.
there. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
you know. Whiplash Wednesdays. Whiplash Wednesdays, of course. Uh, oh, this is not even the. Is this the updated one? Yeah, it is. This is the update. See, I'm all over the place. We have ourselves the Blame Phable show on Instagram. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? My man, One Collection Down on Instagram, put on a fantastic show with his co-host for that show, TM Nerdy. And
Yeah.
speaking of TM Nerdy, of course, a certain somebody was on his show, chatting with the community and all
Yeah.
that for Whiplash. Oh,
Oh
oh,
my
what was
God.
that? Oh, what was that? You chatted with TM Nerdy. It was a wonderful conversation. Anybody who missed it, watch it on the rewind.
Yeah.
The link is down below. The link is down below for actually Sam and for TM. But anybody who's in the chats who has the power, they have the power. There goes that thing again, right? Drop the link for
Yeah.
that chat because it was a phenomenal chat. You guys did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Great shows all around. And of course, I don't want to leave out my man. Uh, if I can find his a man Nick Comic Culture. I have his own little thumbnail here. He he had a wonderful haul. I have not got a chance to watch that because I was trying to get busy to
Yeah.
get ready for this show. And but I'm definitely watching that on the rewind
Oh yeah.
because he puts up some fantastic hauls. He puts up some fantastic shows. He also does shows like conventions when you go to conventions and all that. He also talks about future, what's coming out in the next month or something like that. So
Yeah.
we all can see each and every week what comes out and what we like and all that. So he puts on a great show and all that. And then of course he had him and TM Nerdy on his show. You know what I mean? On TM, he had a unboxing. Well, TM did of an AOK from Nick. It was a fantastic show. Anybody missed that? Watch that too.
Nice.
The Bad Batch is everywhere, and you know I wasn't gonna forget my man. After our show, we're the bridge to his show, Chamorro Cinema. He's had a whole bunch of things happening tonight. They're talking collectibles,
Yeah.
toys, cards, collections. You're gonna have we're gonna have some PCP members of the PCP crew. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have
Nice.
Jelani up in there, Mark 06. We're gonna have some Bad Batch on the missing link. TM Nerdy's up in there. Yeah, he's gonna be there. Dave's Dungeon. Cryo, I hope I said that right. Cryo Prime is hosting,
And
co-host, and all that. It's just a bunch of people. Anybody I forgot. Don't be offended. You know, there's a lot in that, but there's a lot of fun. They're gonna be showing you all these collections, and I'm like, maybe I don't need to join this show because they're gonna show so much awesome stuff. Like, what am I gonna have to even compete with that? You know what I mean?
it really seems like a jam-packed show.
It's a
Yeah.
jam-packed show, but it's always a lot of fun. Wednesday nights. Oh, Wednesday all day. It's a busy day for the Bad Batch. Busy day for
Yeah.
all of us. We get comics. We get to watch the Bad Batch Whiplash Wednesdays. And I know I'm going long for this because I have a lot of love for everybody on here. And
Oh,
I can't wait. And I'm not gonna keep going on a rampage, plugging everything in the world, but I am gonna plug one more show
go
for
ahead.
me. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. I'm gonna have my whole show like I usually do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna
Nice.
show what I got, what I didn't get. No, maybe not what I didn't get, but you'll see what I didn't get if you look at the list and all that. But I always love doing that show with the community, showing what I got. I did pick up my books. I love it. I love it. Love picking up books. Love talking to you guys about it. I hope you
Yeah.
guys check it out. And yeah, you picked up books too, right? Today?
Yeah, I sure did.
Did you pick up some books from last week too? Cause I know like last
Yeah,
week you really didn't
I
pick
picked
books.
up. Yeah, I picked up some books from last week on Saturday. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay, yeah, that's right, that's right. So
yeah,
yeah, you having your Friday show like always?
I sure am.
All
Yeah,
right, all right. I'm
yeah.
gonna make sure
I'm gonna
my
be
man
doing.
Sam.
I believe I'm also gonna be doing a little nature walking tomorrow. So.
When nature calls.
uh,
I know I start rambling and all that, but it's a lot of fun. I'm hanging out with my man Sam. You know what I
yes.
mean? It was always a lot of fun. We're in opposite sides of the states, you know, and we can still talk to each other and
Oh.
hang out because of
Mhm.
technology
This
now.
guy's over
Oh,
here, and I'm right here.
fusion
Yes.
and all that. Yeah, yeah. Anybody else? Before we go on, I might as well go back to the chat because I'm here rambling on. I hope you guys are enjoying this because we're just rambling on. What were we gonna talk about? Eric the Stasher, man, station. Just don't mind me, guys. I'm all over the place. This is what happens when you work the night before and you don't get a whole lot of sleep. You know what I mean? This is what happened.
Yeah.
So missing link station, my man.
Look at that.
Station.
Mm.
Awesome. I love the stuff you show over Phable show on the Insta. That was pretty cool. Um uh, oh man. Oh man. TM says, man, I'm going to pick up more Marvel next week. Gamma flight, blame hashtag blame Herm. Yeah, you might have to blame me for the Marvel. Yeah, I agree a little bit. Maybe not, but maybe I do. Yeah.
Well, maybe you can blame me too.
Yes,
No.
yes. He did. He just did a show with you. You know, man. Double Marvel action right there. You
Yeah.
know, all the good Marvel vibes are
You
going
just
on the
fire
guy.
it up. Yeah, yeah.
And of course, my man Fable Station, my man Station. Great show, like I said earlier. Always appreciate you. Sub up to my man Station. He does do music,
Yeah.
by the way, on the
Yeah.
YouTube. Great
Yeah.
music. Redoing his videos with Chamorro, doing a fantastic job up over there. You know, I always have this one ready. Big thanks to Fable, cause that's my dude right there. All right, before I keep rambling on, cause that's all I do is ramble, ramble, ramble. You know what I mean? Before we talk about Thor, there was like a little bit news. Like it's not. It's rumored. It's rumored. I
It's a room.
saw.
Okay.
I saw it in a couple of Spider-Man type sites or Spider-Man type Twitter and all that. They were
Okay.
talking about something like Nick Spencer. It might not be, but talking
Okay.
about it might be coming to an end sooner than we thought. Maybe a couple of months, 2 or 3
Oh
months.
man.
And
Whoa.
a certain somebody, a duel, because everybody's wondering what this duel will do. We saw one of them. He's gonna do another big comic and all that. But
Yes.
the other one, they wasn't really sure. He's a big name, but he wasn't really sure. And the two people I'm talking about is my man Donny Cates and my man Ryan Stegman. Might be doing another book over at Marvel. I don't know how sure. It's a little bit rumors that somehow Nick Spencer run might end, and those two guys, Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman, might join the Amazing Spider-Man run. You know what I mean? It's
Oh boy.
it's not legit, guys. It's just a rumor.
Killing
But
me.
I saw this. I had to talk about it because if this happened, I know
Herm.
a lot of yeah, yeah,
Herm, you're killing me, Herm. You're killing
yeah,
me.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
that would be awesome if it actually,
I think it would. I know he's doing the Hulk and all that, but Ryan Stegman, we don't know what he's doing,
yeah.
and they kept it a secret a lot. Um, we all know everybody's like, oh, he did Venom. You know, why would he go to do that? Spider-Man, he loves Spider-Man too. If you look at past interviews, he has talked about maybe one day doing this, Spider-Man himself, and uh,
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna. It's not sure, and maybe we all dreaming right now, Spider-Man, because there are a lot of people upset with that, and that's like, yeah, I'm all over the place, you know.
I'm in a dream. I'm in a dream. Yeah.
But everybody knows how much I love Donny Cates. He killed it with Venom. I haven't read 200 yet. I don't even
Oh,
know. I put it in
yeah,
one
yeah,
of these boxes already.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I know I heard that was pretty good. That Venom run might be the best Venom run, the longest Venom run that I think of with Eddie Brock, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
I
But
think so.
he took a name that a very popular character and in the series with Ryan Stegman, they killed it, man. So if that happens, I'll be excited because I know Donny Cates will take it far and behind and beyond. Look at me beyond with
Up to the
Spider-Man
next level.
because he has a lot of respect for
Yeah.
Spider-Man and all that. He loves the dude. He's one of his favorites growing up. So
Hmm.
that that might be an amazing, no pun intended, duel on that. What do you think about that? I'm here rambling. What do you think about it? Would you like to see that duel in Amazing Spider-Man?
Well, let me tell you something. I would really enjoy that very much to see that. That would be like premier, top of the line stuff that would take it all the way up to the next level, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like, don't take it for a grain of salt. Take it. Don't go out there spreading the. I'm just
Yeah.
something I read between because the Spider-Man fans, like the hardcore fans that follow these other
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man, whether it's a podcast,
Yeah.
YouTubers, or
Yeah.
anything, and their blogs and all that. Um, I go over the Spider Slack and see what they're talking on the Slack, and
Yeah.
that's just I don't know if people know about that app, but that's another app that people
Yeah.
talk, and yeah, so people like there are some people who doesn't hate the Nick Spencer run like a lot of people do,
Hmm.
and couldn't stand Dan Slott. But there's like too many people not liking this book, even though it still sells. And if Donnie's on it, somebody big on their
Yeah.
flagship,
Yeah.
because there's too much negativity towards that book right now. It needs some
Yes.
positivity. I'm
There
down
does.
for it. And
Yes.
if it happens, it right now it's a dream because it's just a rumor. But when a rumor pops up like that, it might happen. So
Uh-huh.
I want to see in the chat real quick. Anybody? I don't think many people know about this or
You see?
all over the place. Let's see what my chat went all the way in the top for some reason. Um, uh, who was up in here? Don't worry, Herm. We're having fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, there's
We're
a
all having fun.
lovely panelists. Thank you, Herm. You're killing me. Hug Herm. Fargus say think Cates and Stegman may do Avengers. They may. They may.
Oh, well, that would be awesome too.
That
Very
would be
awesome.
awesome too.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
just um where I saw it,
Yeah.
they just said it's a rumor too. But
Yeah.
when they had a rumor at the time about Nick Spencer joining them and all that after the slot leave, and then
Yeah.
that ended up being right. I'm not saying this is gonna be right, but
Mhm.
who knows? Because I've been following them since I started
Yeah.
comics back again 4.5 years ago. So I don't like to name names. I don't want to put a name on
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
because it is a rumor. And
Yeah.
uh, James Felt Station, my man. What's happening, comic fan? New comics book day is the best. Yes, it is. It's Christmas morning. You know what I mean? Maybe give Cates and Stegman own Spider-Man book. Now they're gonna do Amazing Spider-Man. He's got to do the big. They got to do the big
You gotta.
cheese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
You got.
big
You got to stick with the amazing. Amazing Spider-Man.
amazing.
Yeah.
So who knows? We still got months before
Yeah.
Spencer, before he can the Sinister War is gonna happen and all that. Hopefully, that's
Yeah.
exciting. Hopefully, it's
Yes.
good. And the naysayers will probably stay naysay because they're already done with that. But for
Yeah.
us, who like me and you, I can say there are arcs that we didn't enjoy, but for the most part, we do enjoy some of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
uh,
Definitely.
by the way, next week we're gonna talk some more inexpensive run issues 50 to 59.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I can't wait to go. Me and Sam love us some Spider Man, and We gotta show some love for some Spider-Man.
There you
We're
go.
trying to do it every month or every 5-6 weeks. Not to but we're catching up to today's time, and
Yeah.
which we do because it's Sinister War is coming, and
Yeah.
that's gonna be a lot of books, so we gotta cover that too. But
Oh, you
I
know it.
just
Yeah.
I just want to I want to finally catch up to today's time. So
Yeah.
if the news does happen,
We're gonna
cross your
be on
fingers.
top of it. Hey, only right here on the Big Herm channel.
Big Herm
You're gonna
channel
find you're gonna find the information right here.
with our guy Sam Sangawet. You know what I mean? The dynamic duo over here. You know what I mean? So yeah. So now that we Babylon, there's anything else you want to talk about before we finally 21 minutes and talk about why we actually here?
No, I think you covered it very well.
Nail it. All right. So we're here to talk about, if anybody sees the background, the big lightning, the sword, the mighty, super mighty Thor,
Ah.
God of Thunder. I mean, all that lightning, thunder.
Yeah.
So there was at the time. So we did talk a little bit about Thor on our Avengers
We did.
show, but
Yeah.
here this is a show just for him. I think before we get to how they began, Stanley, at the time they wanted
Yeah.
to create, not create, but talk about have somebody big. He already had the Hulk, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
And he wanted to see who could I get that's more powerful than even the Hulk. More powerful, not stronger. You know what I mean? More powerful. And
That story that would happen later. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah. Yeah.
he thought the competition, they do a lot of Greek mythology already. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's happening a lot at the time.
Yeah.
So he thought to himself, along with his buddies, um, uh, forgot his name, that Lieber guy, Larry
Larry
Lieber,
Lieber. Yeah.
And Jack Kirby, and then he was thinking
Yeah.
we maybe do some Norse mythology. I mean,
Yeah.
something different. You know what I mean? Some close to, it's a little like the other side. You have the Greek mythology guys with the Zeus and
And
all
then
that,
you
the
got
Hercules.
you got the Norse.
You got the big man Odin. You know what I mean? The king
Big
of
Big Papa
Asgard,
Bear. Yes.
and
Yeah.
of course the mighty Thor,
Yeah.
Odinson. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
that's what he thought, that he can get Odin. You can get Thor up in here. He's very powerful, and I think in the movies and the comics sometimes they don't really portray him as powerful as he can be, because he is
That's true.
very powerful. Like
Yes.
like the God of Thunder with that
He is.
with the hammer, the
Yeah.
Mjolnir and all that. So yeah, so that's why he was thinking like to do something different, and I think he nailed it out of the park. They all did with the Mighty Thor, cause I don't think like I appreciated when I was growing up Thor too much. As I got older and the movies helped and all that,
Yeah.
kind of appreciate his story a little bit as you go reading some of his stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this whole Norse mythology? Did you dig it from the beginning? Did you know a lot about it at the time?
No, you know what? No. It Thor was one of those ones that took me a while to get into Thor. I mean, I saw him in the Avengers, and then it took me a while to get going into reading Thor. And once I did, it was very interesting the way he spoke, very Shakespearean,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you know,
I did
super
get the
awesome.
hammer. I did go to these humans. I must save them, or something like that, right?
Dost thou think that you can smite me? Yes, yes,
Yeah, so yeah, that he thinks almighty because these guys are gods. Like, what's more
yeah.
powerful than the Hulk? It has to be a god, the god of thunder. Why not? Um, so Journey into the Mysteries, number 83,
Hmm.
August of 1962.
Yep.
Um, they finally brought Thor into this journey into the mystery, because at the time we discussed in the past, a lot of these journeys and all that were monster books or
Yeah.
romance books or
They
anything
were.
different from superheroes.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
They were transitioning from what had been happening into more superhero hero stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
before superheroes was really cool, and then a lot of political stuff happened, and they went away from it and just did
Yeah.
monster books and all that,
Yeah.
and science fiction, whatever, anything you can find. And then Stan Lee and company wanted to bring superheroes back little by little. I mean, of course, you had the competition, DC. They had their own thing. They still had theirs, but it really
Yeah.
wasn't big yet. And for their books, they didn't have their own distributors. The competition was the distributor, so they only had
Yeah.
a certain amount of books they can put on the newsstands. Whatever that was, 6, 8
Yeah.
titles, whatever it was, that's all they could have done. A weekly,
Yeah.
and whatever weekly, monthly, whatever that was. So
Yeah.
so we thought, why not? God of Thunder, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start bringing them into the story. And did you ever read I don't know if they had any True Believers or anything like that. The first issue of that. Did you ever read Journey into a Mysteries 83?
I have, because I had I had I had a bunch of those essential. Remember the black and white essential
Oh
books?
yeah, yeah, yes.
So I read. Yeah, I got to read like all the old uh, Thors, for a bit there, and then I've read that a few times. That, at least that first issue and stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah, I read it. I don't know where I read it. I know I read it digitally for the first time on Marvel Unlimited, but I
yeah.
swear I had some kind of a copy somewhere, or an annual something that had
Yeah.
it in there.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't see that, and I didn't know what the hell that was till like later on. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
a kid, I just knew. I didn't even think he did the change yet, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, that time you had like Donald Blake and
Yeah.
all that. Thor wasn't out yet. He
No.
went missing. You know what I mean? He did something to get in trouble, and Odin put
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
kind of spell on him or something like that, and, and,
Yeah.
and, and combine him with this alter ego of him with
Yeah.
um, Donald Blake. I
Yeah.
was gonna say Donnie Cates.
Ah, whoa, whoa.
Whoa,
Hey
whoa,
now.
whoa, whoa! Not that. Hey
Where
now,
we,
right?
what's up with that?
So Donald Blake. So he he this older, not older, because they make him look older, but he's not. Maybe he's in his 30s, in mid
Yeah.
30s. But for
Yeah.
whatever reason, the way they draw people in the mid 30s there is like they're in their 50s or 60s or
Yeah.
something like that.
They do. They do. Yeah.
They looked a lot older in their 30s than they did now. You
Now.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
um, so they he goes on vacation or something like that, and then
Yes.
this is like some sort of an alien invasion, because for whatever reason that happens a lot, especially those
Yeah. Yeah.
times.
Early on. Yeah. Yeah.
It happened in the Spider-Man. It happened
It did.
in the Hulk book and all that. It's just
Yeah.
aliens
Yeah.
everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. Um,
Yeah.
so what I remember, he goes this alien invasion. He tries to see what's going on to help people. You know what I mean? Because he's a doctor, and these
Yeah.
aliens are messing everything up. He somehow finds himself in this cave, running from them or something like that. And
Yeah.
out of nowhere, a staff or something, a stick comes right there and shine. Woo! You know what I mean? It's almost like it chose him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Almost, he knew who he was. You know, the stick somehow was put
Yeah.
there. And somehow he finds this thing, and then like he's like,
Yeah.
cause he's having struggle. He's struggling. You know, like running from these people.
Yeah.
He
He
presses
is.
it once, and behold, here comes the mighty Thor. So he finds
Yes.
the cane in the cave somehow, and becomes Thor. What do you think about that whole wacky story?
Well, I mean, it's it's back in those early '60s, so you gotta just go with it because that's how things were back in the '60s, and this is the first time you see Thor, Marvel, a Marvel version of Thor, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So and he finally found his Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because that's
yeah,
what he was looking for. Someone
yeah,
that's powerful, or maybe a little more powerful, because he can do more. Like a lot of
yeah,
people, like there's always that battle, Thor versus Superman, who would win.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
of course, Superman has a son, and I'm wearing Superman because I don't have a Thor shirt anymore. I
Oh
used to
my
have
God!
one. It's too small. You know what I mean?
What?
I got quarantine. You know what I mean? It don't fit me
What?
no more. So I need to get a new Thor book. So the closest thing, I got the Superman shirt on. I know it's DC, but and I know you don't like him, but why not?
I know, but just because it's you, we'll forget about it.
Just
Okay.
forget it. Pretend it's a Thor shirt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The God of Thunder. You know what I mean? So so he finds his hammer and
Yeah.
kicks the alien's butt and all that, and
Yeah.
everything's all good in that issue, and that was the debut. Did I
Yeah.
leave anything out?
No, nothing really spectacular besides Thor being introduced and kicking the aliens' butts. That's it, pretty much.
Yeah, so I think Jane Foster was in that issue, if I'm not
I
mistaken. Was
believe
she
so.
in that issue? Yeah, I
I
think she
believe
was.
so. Yeah.
Certain love interest at the moment for him. Um, yeah, so a lot of that happening, and a lot of these issues are kind of wacky with the Thor and then Odin. Uh, uh,
Yeah.
Odin, he's a character of his own. You know what I mean? He's
Oh yeah, he sure is.
he's just I don't know what it is, but he just doesn't know how to be the greatest dad. I don't think he is. He's not gonna win Dad of the Year. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Um,
yeah.
and yeah. So what do you think about old dad?
I'm like, well, he's just this big old dude. Just he's got a big old white beard and just walking around, ordering people around, and he's got his trusted advisor who helps him guide, just kind of lead Asgard, and
Yeah,
he is the head of his people of Asgard.
people
So,
of Asgard.
yes.
Of course, he always trying to ruin, kind of ruin his I don't know if I'm getting that word right, but trying to train his son to one day take the throne. You
Yes.
know what I mean? But Odin saying Mighty Thor, I guess he was a teenager god, and he likes to play around and all that, and got himself in trouble. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, so a lot of things happen. Of course, then he has so and so. Like, so we have Odin, and now we have Loki, the great Loki.
Yeah.
We just saw a show with him. You know what I mean? And
Yes. Yes. Yes.
the god of mischief. You know what I
Oh,
mean? And
yeah. Mischief. Yes.
mischief.
Yes.
But he was kind of in trouble himself. He was like
He's in a
stuck
lot
in
of
a
trouble.
tree or something, or made into a tree, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're not mistaken. Yeah.
And then he's always causing trouble. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He always seems to like not really. Once he got out of that tree, and he's always trying to go at Thor, and
So,
always
yes.
trying to get him, always trying to
Trying to get the hammer. You
yeah,
know.
which he can't
Uh,
hold. He's not worthy.
yeah. 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 What are you gonna
So
do?
what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know if a lot of people know about the Loki. He was trapped and he became a tree. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Norse mythology. That's the real
yeah,
thing. But
yeah.
uh, I don't know how much. I don't know. I think the brother thing was added for Marvel. So I don't think he was the brother in the original
I
Norse
don't,
mythology. At
I
least
don't,
I don't think so.
I don't think
Um,
so. But
Station T-Bone.
hey, T-Bone.
Um, so yeah, that's something like Stan and added to it.
Yeah.
Of course, we love our guy Jack Kirby.
Oh
Wonderful
yeah.
art. It was like
Yes.
his baby drawing the Thor. You know what I mean? And the
Yeah.
wonderful Asgard that he drew and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we talked Loki. Um, I forgot to I don't remember what issue he he came out on. I know I remember last time, but
Who, Loki?
Loki. You remember that what issue?
I believe he came like issue or two later, like when Thor came out in issue what Journey into Mystery 83,
83. Yeah, yeah.
and Loki came out like a issue two later. He he appeared issue two later.
Yeah, he did. It wasn't that long because
Yeah,
he was his main villain, and
yeah,
he
for a
became
long time.
yeah,
Yeah,
and he became the main villain against in the Avengers when they started that. He was in the first issue. So
he is partially responsible for the creation and the formation of the Avengers. Yes,
yeah, so
yeah,
yeah, so you have that, and of course we have his love interest, Jane Foster. Well,
yeah.
she always
She's immortal.
she's
She's just
immortal, which Odin does not like. He does not
yeah.
like. Somehow,
No,
I think Odin kind of um he cares for the human life, but
he does.
he
He
sees
does.
himself too high,
Yes.
too
Yeah.
high. They're the
It's a
bottom
whole
of the
nother.
chain. You
Yes.
know, the very bottom of the chain, and the world is just yeah, Odin. Like you cannot, and I think that's he probably dated a Earthling. You know what I mean? Didn't
Yes.
turn out right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And uh, uh, he doesn't want his son to do the same thing or go through the same
There you
thing.
go.
You can't
Yeah.
marry a mere mortal. You know what I mean?
No. No.
So it pretty interesting because this Jane Foster, of course, a lot of the way they write the females, we talked about this
It,
before
it's very
in the
dated.
60s, very dated, very they're like oh I'm gonna pass out, you know what I mean, no kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's always like, at first she was loving Donald Blake, and then
Yeah.
like not too long, like literally the next issue, she's all loving Thor, not Donald Blake anymore. Like Blake
Yeah.
wasn't good enough anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, yeah. Once you see the big guy, then hey, it's all over for the little guy. Yeah, there you
It's
go.
over. It's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Southern Station, my man. Station. Albert. Station. Thanks for joining. Two gun. Pew pew. um. Yeah. So yeah, it didn't take
Yeah.
long. I was reading those
Yeah.
issues. I'm like, damn man, show the man some love. I thought you loved the guy. You love somebody else that, of course, she doesn't know. That probably wants nothing to do with you because the father, you know,
But she
thinks
don't
you.
know that. She don't know
She
that right off the
she
bat. Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
But woo, she falls in love with Thor.
Oh
So
yeah, he's all dreamy. He's got the
big
dreamy
handsome
eyes and the
go
and
with
the
the
big
big
muscles
hammer.
and yeah, big hammer. Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, so I think it's interesting how they go back and forth with that. And there was a time where they left her out of the book for a little while. I guess they didn't know what to do with her, and
yeah,
all that because lovey-dovey stuff. Come on, no, us men don't love too much of that. We're men, you know what I mean? No lovey-dovey, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So, um, he, she, I don't know what else to say without keep going with her, because I want to move on to the next character. But
Okay.
she, of course, growing up to today, she evolves a lot and all that, and she's total badass now. She's the Valkyrie
Yes,
now. It
they,
takes a long
they
time for that, but
yeah, they totally revamped her, and now you wouldn't
she was
recognize her
Thor.
from the other
She
one.
was Thor for a little while, her own little Thor and all that, and
Yeah.
um, uh,
Yeah.
great stories
Oh yeah.
throughout Jason Aaron and all that, and but yeah, but at that time that wasn't the case. That was not Jane Foster. What we see now, the two totally different people,
Yeah.
you know. And it always seems like that's how it was at that time. You got that with all the other characters, like we talked about with the Wasps and oh guys dreaming, you know. So yeah, anything you want to add for Jane Foster before we move on to the next character or anything like that?
Just all I would add is that it's great that to see her character, you know, came back after being gone for a long. She was gone a long time, and she came back, and she is an awesome character now. So,
She really is. She really is,
yeah,
and it's cool that happens with her. I always interested. Those Valkyrie books are pretty good.
yeah,
Hi mom, and so uh, so yeah, so we'll move on to the next thing. Of course we have the villains. You know what I mean? They did have some villains, some weird villains, some good villains. We'll talk about the Absorbing Man real quick. What you
oh
know
yeah.
about the Absorbing Man?
Uh, what do you don't know about Zer? I mean, shoot, man. I mean, he's Crusher Creel. He Loki came to him and bestowed upon him these powers to be, he's able to absorb uh like
Anything,
he
right?
can touch things and he can become as strong as them, and he's just except he's not very smart. He's not he's not a smart guy, but he's trying. Okay, so
So yeah, he's Journey into the Mystery issue 114,
yeah,
1965.
yeah,
Yeah, I was reading this and I was like, how is Thor gonna defeat this guy? He can do everything
yeah,
he can. He just touches them, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
he does.
he
He
does.
still can't be near. You know what I mean? Can't.
Yes,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like that's the advantage I guess Thor had on him. But
yeah,
yeah, I think this is a pretty interesting character. They use him. I don't think they use him too much. They use him a few times after, and
yeah,
then he got used a few times throughout the years. I think in the '80s they used him again and all that. But
yeah, yeah.
he gets used quite a few times.
Oh yeah.
Was he one of your favorite villains from Thor or not really?
Oh no, no, yeah, he totally one of my favorites. But I want to say that I know him better from like the Hulk, fighting
Yeah,
the Hulk.
he did
So,
fight the Hawk. I remember reading those. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, so like so they brought him in here. That's where he first appearance. So
sure.
yeah, moving on. The
Yeah,
Destroyer. Do you know about the Destroyer?
uh, he's like the guardian that he was built by Odin. Somehow Odin had some people build this indestructible suit that it is only animated when somebody's uh, soul or their being goes inside the armor, and then the armor turns on and it starts going crazy on people.
Mm.
Yeah,
He had kind of a weird color. I forgot. I don't. I forgot. I should have wrote that down. There was a weird color. Like he wasn't the same. He didn't look the same as he does now. You
yeah,
know what I mean? He looked kind of strange a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't you think? I forgot what color he was. He wasn't. Was he green or something like that? Was he some other?
I don't
I don't
remember
even
that.
remember. It's been a while since I read that issue with him because Journey into the Mystery 118 was his first issue, July of '65, and uh yeah, I don't think they used him a few times, and then like I think that's another one that they went a while without using him again. I could
Uh,
be wrong. I've
somewhat.
noticed this pattern with some of these villains, on some of these early villains. You know, they don't
Yeah.
use them for a while, but
Yeah.
yeah, they did use him as a illusion for the Hulk or something like that, right? Or something like that. Was he ever in the Hulk? Didn't he like fight the Hulk at one time, the Destroyer? Or
He did. He did. Um, okay, there was a story one time where uh, I want to say it was the spirit of the Maestro got into the Destroyer and was fighting the Hulk.
oh yeah,
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 something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
So um so yeah, so he has all them villains, and then we got him in the first Thor movie and all that. It was pretty
Mhm.
interesting look that they had on there.
He
Um,
he looked he looked really cool.
look,
Looked really cool.
they made him look great, and that
Yeah,
movie was really good. So yeah.
yeah.
Moving on.
Mhm.
Great villain. You ever heard of the villain, the Wrecker?
Oh, you mean the guy with the crowbar?
Yeah.
Of course. Yes, of
So
course. He.
explain this guy to me, because I don't think he's from the Mighty Thor number 148. I don't think I reached up to there yet.
Oh, you
Uh,
haven't. Okay.
I'm up to 1967 on my app. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Make Art Marvel, where they go over the entire history from the beginning.
Yeah.
So they're up
Yeah.
to 1967. So I'm not up to there. This uh guy came in 19 the next year,
Yeah.
1968. So tell me about him if you know anything about him, because I don't know nothing about this guy. I saw him and I was like, the Wrecker? What?
How you not know who the wrecker is? Come on.
I don't know who the Wrecker
Okay.
is, man.
He. Okay. He's the guy with the crowbar. And here's the deal. He was a career criminal, and he was breaking into somebody's house, and he. I think he broke into the wrong person's house or something, and somebody came along, and they decided to give him these as guardian like strength, and his crowbar was I think it was like a little bit stronger than a regular crowbar or something like that, and he was just a tough dude that Thor would sometimes have a hard time fighting. So,
So
right?
he was that tough because he had a crowbar? Oh, I don't get
Well, yeah,
it. Is he from New York? You know what I mean? I don't know.
yeah. I think he
The mean
was.
streets of the Bronx or New York City, you know.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, he was in a hotel room, and then he got his powers from Loki. Loki had a lady that he would sometimes hang out with, Carnelia, and she gave the wrecker this guy Dirk Girthwaite. That's his real name, folks.
What?
Dirk
Excuse me?
Girthwaite. Garthwaite. Excuse me. He gave him these powers, and then he decided to go off and fight Thor. So there you go.
That's it. So yeah, moving on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You want to talk more about him? You can talk more about him.
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
like did he appear in the modern age or anything like that? Or
No, yeah. Oh, those guys, the Wrecker and the Wrecking Crew, they're always around. They're always appearing. If you want your new group of superheroes to face somebody, always like in the first or second issue, it's got to be the Wrecking Crew. So,
all right.
hey, there's Bob. How you doing, Bob?
Station Bob. Station. One day somewhere in the future we'll do a Daredevil show with Bob. You know what I'm
We're gonna
saying?
do that.
I want to do the Frank Miller run with him. So
Yes.
Bob, that's what I want to do. I want to start reading my Frank Miller omnibus. That's why the run I want to talk with him and all that. So
Hmm.
hopefully in the future we can get that going. But thanks for joining us, Bob. Um, um,
So moving on.
moving on. You ever heard of a villain called? I'm going back to issue 86. Um,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
issue Journey into the Mystery 86. I was going forward back. You ever heard of Zarko?
Zarko, the Tomorrow Man.
The Tomorrow Man. Yup.
Yes, of course I know about him. Yes,
He's a
he's
genius
he
of advanced
he.
scientific
I
technology.
I would say he was like Kang in many ways. He was like Kang, except he didn't have a cool little armor and all that. He was just a chunky dude from the future who came back to cause chaos and ran across Thor, and his life has never been the same. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
that guy. Yeah, I remember reading up because I already read that part. I remember reading about that and that guy,
that guy.
that
Uh,
guy. So is so I'm guessing he's been in other issues in the future and all that, and any future runs.
um, not a lot, not as much as some of the other guys, but he's been around here and there. Yeah, yeah.
Not the Chamorro Man, Nick. Station
No,
Nick.
no, no. The Tomorrow Man, as in.
Oh man. So of course, yeah. So yeah, I remember reading about him, the Tomorrow, Mr. Tomorrow Man, and all that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so we'll move on to the next one because I have some more villains to talk about because I you know a little more about these villains than even I do. Um,
Okay.
you have Radioactive Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, how about this dude? You know what I mean? He appeared
He,
in Journey into the Mystery '93, so I did read about him. Um,
yes.
yeah, what can you say about this dude?
I mean, what can you not say about this guy? I mean, he's a professor. He's a professor of radioactivity. He knows all about radiation, and you know you gotta be something pretty smart up here to know what's going on with the radiation. And he's the radioactive man, so he just
So his thing wasn't a mistake. You know, he wasn't like Spider
yeah,
Man. He got bit by something. He did this to himself.
he did this to himself. Yes, yes,
Because I remember reading. I don't. You know, you read a lot of books. You don't remember exactly what, but I know I
yes.
know about that. He's radioactive man. But yeah, he did this to himself and not very smart. I don't know. Does he ever
Yeah.
does he ever come to the current um age now? Because I've the first time I've read about this man, this character is reading through these issues. You know what I mean? These early
Yeah.
issues. Because I don't know about this guy unless you talk about the radioactive man from the Simpsons and stuff. You know,
No, 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 no. Different, whole different thing.
different
No,
things.
no, no. This guy, I mean, eventually this guy becomes he gets to be one of the Thunderbolts later on. Uh, you know, he kind of reforms, but I don't think he's so reformed these days as much. So
So,
yeah,
all right. Did you like him as a villain, or it was like just another villain, just another
he,
villain?
he's all right. He's not one of my favorites though.
So these next two, we see them a lot. I'll name one first. Um, I see them multiple times as I go reading these books. They come a lot. They're pests. The first one is the Cobra. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
King Cobra and all that. Journey
Well,
into Mystery '98 and
he
all
would like
that.
to be a king cobra, but he's not always such a king. Okay, no.
And What is it about his powers? What powers that he possesses? You know what I mean? Like,
What are you kidding me? He can like twist his bones and like contort and get into small spaces like a snake. And so this guy is real shifty like a snake. And so it's very,
like a snake.
you know, you're gonna he's just a dude who's just very in there, and he really has no business going against Thor. I really don't think so.
He has no chance. No
No,
chance. You know what I mean?
no.
I think so he teams up with another certain villain a lot, and I
Yeah,
think they've been to Avengers too, but I'm not sure. I think I remember reading something about that.
that's true.
But you might know where I'm going, Mr.
Right.
Hyde. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I knew you
yeah,
knew where I was going because
yeah.
we have seen them in the Amazing Spider-Man. I think Amazing Spider-Man 232 or something like that. He's on the cover. He's like
That's true.
stuff like
Yes,
that.
yes. We're on.
We're on that, man. I remember because I remember having that cover as a kid too, and
Yeah, yeah.
So what you got, Mr. Hyde? I mean, everybody knows Mr. Hyde. He's like
Well, you should know
he,
by now. I mean, come on. I mean,
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You know what I mean?
he, he he's made himself well known throughout much of the Marvel universe. I mean, he started out with Thor, then he would move on to face like Captain America and Daredevil and Spider Man, and then he would join with the Masters of Evil, and they all took on the Avengers later on.
And well, they always say Jekyll and Hyde because he's an old character. You know what I mean? They brought him into the Marvel world. Oh, he injects himself with some chemical.
Yes.
Lo and behold, just like a lot of people do, you know.
Yeah.
The Man Bat over in DC, you know, that's one of my
Oh,
favorites. He injects
the
himself with a
DC
bat
guy.
thing. But
Okay.
yeah. But this Mr. Hyde does that for himself, and like, does he turn in the Marvel world? Does he turn kind of like he does in the other stories in the other storybooks where he's just a regular
He,
human? Then
yeah,
injects,
he has a
you
little
know what
bit. Yeah, I've seen him do it, but he doesn't do it that often. He's usually when people run across him, he's Mr. Hyde all the time.
He's Mr. Hyde. So yeah,
Yeah.
the Cobra and Mr. Hyde, they team up a lot. So far I've seen them in quite a few issues early on. I don't know later
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
but
Well, no, I mean, I don't think Cobra really likes to team up with him. He does it as part of like,
to,
well, I mean,
he can't do
Hyde
it
is,
by himself. You know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean?
He's pretty strong, so he can be the tank while I go around slithering around. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does get a little annoyed with him in the
Yes.
comics and all that.
Yes. Well,
I
and then
guess that happens.
Mr. Hyde gets annoyed with him too. So yeah.
It's a two-way street, right?
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you have this next duel right here. I'll name the first one
All
because
right.
she comes up a lot throughout the history. At least, you know, I think she's pretty popular. She's Journey into Mystery number 103,
Okay.
April of 1964,
Okay.
and I'm talking none other than the Enchantress.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I mean, she's enchanting. First of all, I gotta say she's enchanting. Okay, first off,
Very enchanting.
but she's very manipulative. You know, she's like a female Loki. Uh, she knows a lot of magic. She's very powerful magic, and she can put people under her spell too.
And
So,
she tries to do that with the Mighty Thor.
hmm
She sees how powerful he is. She wants to control him.
yes,
You know what I mean? And it doesn't work very much. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
not for the son of Odin. Like, it works a little bit that he starts to pretend, and then it's over. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
happening. You know what I mean?
yeah.
She's an interesting character because they do use her throughout the history. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
I think Kelly Thompson, her Captain America, I think is a Captain America run where she goes to the future and the
Yeah,
Enchantress married Namor. Spoiler alert, or something like. I think it was the Enchantress, and then that's where they got a son and all that. I know I'm going way ahead or something like that,
Wow.
but I think
Okay.
that's what happened. I could be wrong, and my memory is shot right now, but on that. But
I think you're not far off from being on the road of truth right there, buddy.
yeah, but
Yeah.
she always tries to manipulate everybody, and then when she doesn't get her way, she finds other ways to try to. She also in the Thorn of the Avengers side too. She does appear in some Avengers comics and all that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you do get that she's trying to conquer Asgard herself. She wants that throne. At
Oh,
least
yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and she can't get it because the
yeah.
next person she's always with is of course the executioner. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Scourge, the executioner.
The
Yes.
executioner. Either Journey into Mystery 103,
Yeah.
April of 64 2.
He's got a big
What
old axe. I mean, huge battle axe. You know.
and what was he originally with one of Odin's people, or was he like, did he like betray
I
them?
I think he was like one of the Asgardian uh like a guardsman for Asgard or something, and the Enchantress just I think she kind of took a fancy to him, and she kind of wooed him over to her, and so they became a pair. Yeah, you know
And only because she needed some muscles, because
that's that's true.
she can't do it all herself, so she needs some muscles, and he's
Yeah.
the sucker.
Oh, yeah.
Did you like his rendition in the Thor Ragnarok? Um, I forgot the
Um,
guy's name who played him, but I
yeah, yeah,
thought
yeah. I thought he
I
was.
thought he
I
was
thought he was,
pretty cool.
that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. And it was pretty cool how he at the very end he decided to help the people out. You know,
Just help him out, man. You know what I mean?
because that's kind of what he did in the comic book too. So
Yeah, he kind of did that. He
yeah,
ends up showing a heart and then like changing a little bit, helping him out. So
yeah,
there you go. It's the Enchantress fault. That's what it was. You know what I mean? See that Enchantress. But I like her character. Know that when I see her, I'm very intrigued.
yeah,
Very interesting character. And
yeah.
this next character, Journey into the Mystery 107, August of 1964.
Okay,
What do you know about this guy? The
okay.
Grey Gargoyle. Did you know I was going there? Or
I did. I was like, who is that? Oh yeah, that guy. Here's this guy. This guy, he's French. He's very French. Uh,
Radisto,
uh,
Magnifico.
Pierre, and I like my art, and I'm gonna touch you. I'm
Yes.
gonna turn into a statue.
Yeah. So,
but
so that's what friend.
but yeah, yeah, no, he's he's he can be a pretty tough guy if you're not ready for him.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Yeah,
He got in there a little early in the run. You know what I mean? At
yeah,
107. That's pretty early in the run because even
yeah,
though it says 107, Thor started at 83. He didn't do all 80
yes.
all the issues. So
No.
yeah. So yeah, you have all that. Before I move on, those are the few villains that I was able to name. Are there any
Okay.
villains that I forgot to mention that you like from the early stages?
Well, I believe that you forgot Ulick,
Oh, you like. Okay, yeah,
the
that's
the
right.
the rock troll, with
Tell
his
her,
he's got like this humongous like metal knuckle things on his knuckles, and
figure.
yeah, yeah.
I think I might have had a figure of him. Um,
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean? He's I recently read, I think I already read that one. His first appearance was at Thor 137. I and
Well, look at you. All right.
uh I forgot what month. I'm sorry. I didn't write that one down.
Okay.
um. Yeah, I forgot the year for that one. But I recently funny because I recently read that. I don't know a lot about him. Like, was he also in a lot of? I think I've seen him. He was in the '80s a lot too. No, wasn't he like around the
Uh,
'80s or '90s? Like, they've used him
yeah,
before.
some of that, some '80s, and he pretty much was. If you saw him, you pretty much just saw him in Thor. And then later, you would occasionally maybe see him in other places. So, yeah.
Yeah. So you have that. Um, you also have what I didn't mention before. We talked about this with Sleepy Reader. Um, Ego, the Living Planet. How could I not talk about him?
Ego.
Ego. He got an ego. He's got a big ego.
He got ego. Whoa.
He's
Yeah.
literally a planet with a
It's a
face.
big planet with a face, and how do you stop that? That's crazy. That's Jack Kirby, Stan Lee too. I mean,
This kind of
that
stuff.
you know.
I forgot what issue. Um, Journey into the Mystery it turns into the Mighty Thor.
Yes.
I forgot that issue, but
Yeah.
by the time Ego comes, it's already called the Mighty Thor. It's the
Yeah.
Mighty Thor 132. It's Ego's cameo appearance. There goes that word. So
Yeah.
it's a cam. You know that whole cameo versus like the Hulk, Wolverine 180 or 181. You know?
Yes.
I
Yes.
guess this with Ego is the same thing because Ego makes a cameo towards the end of
Yeah.
because I think this is when Thor is in space or something. I forgot exactly what the story is about. My memory stinks right now, but I know like he shows up at the end. You see this big planet, and then like in the next issue, 133, it's his official full appearance. So anybody who's specking, and we already have him in the movies, but
There's a lot of specking going on.
a lot of specking. So which one do you guys think? Like 132 or 133? The cameo or the full? A
Is
cameo
this
to me is the first appearance. I don't know why I
no,
went into this, but my
this is
ego
like
is the planet wide.
it's planet wide, baby. Whoop whoop. There you go.
So so what is it about ego? What is it? How, is it? How do you explain? Does he have like this weird power or something like that? What is it about ego that you know what I mean?
What what is it about? What? Wow. Okay. How do I explain this?
Powers and
Um,
abilities and you
oh my
know
goodness. Wow. I mean, basically, if you're coming across this, you see a face on a big old planet. I mean, you land on ego. Uh, if he don't want you on him because he is a planet, he will force you somehow off. Somehow, he will create like these like beings out of himself, and they will attack you, and it's just crazy, you know. Yeah.
wait and so how I never understood how that works. I mean I saw we saw the movie Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That was like
Yeah. Yeah.
their own little version of and I
Yeah.
love that movie. But
Yes.
how does that work in the comics? Like Thor kind of fights him and all that. How do you fight a planet? You know what I mean?
It's very tough. It's
Well, he's not
perhaps
that big of a planet, but he's still a big planet.
he's
You
still a
know?
big dude. Come on, he's one of the biggest. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
besides Galactus or something. But
Galactus.
yes, but I would say it's very tough. I think he posed like a big challenge because Thor is used to fighting these more smaller people, and here's something massive. How do you defeat that? I don't know.
Well, it's a mighty Thor. He did it.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He
Yeah.
did. It. So, yeah. Um, so, uh, yeah. Um, so, uh, how, 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 how does that work in the comics? Like, does he have like this weird power or something like that? What is it about ego that?
Yeah.
He did it. He did it. So, yeah. Um, so, uh, yeah. He actually like I think Thor actually fought Galactus at one point. If I'm not
He did.
mistaken, and actually
He
beat
did.
him or something like that. He can
Something like
because
that.
he
Yeah.
can face Galactus. That's how powerful Thor is. People realize how
Yes.
powerful this guy is.
Well,
But
yeah.
you know, he can take out
Well,
Galactus. So
I mean, if Galactus is kind of shrunk down because he's hungry,
oh,
Thor can whoop him. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
just get him when he's hungry. That's all.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Hey, no
so
McDonald's for you, Galactus.
um okay. So like we move on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And we can't talk about combatants and battles without
Yeah.
talking about his big battle with another big, powerful son of another big god who's maybe not the greatest dad neither. You know what I mean? I know you know where I'm going with this.
Yes. Yes. Now I do. Yes. Yes.
He has some great battles with the Greek god Hercules. You know what I mean? That
Who?
guy.
You want to talk about ego? Come on, this guy, this Hercules, son of Zeus. This guy's got major ego, and he likes to give people the gift that keeps on giving. And he and Thor have fought, and they've teamed up quite a lot of times too. So
Before we get
yeah,
to that, you got Sleeper Reader going. Didn't Ego and Galactus have a fight at one point? I
they
think it
did.
was inconclusive. Yeah, because they
Yeah,
kind of they can match each other. Supposedly their energy
yeah,
supposedly matches and all
yeah,
that, and
yeah.
it'd be like a full battle.
Yep.
Ego gives Galactic intergalactic interjection.
There you go.
Oh, that's because two gonna say Ego versus Galactic who wins. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Oh,
uh, in the way your own immune system works. I think something we
fighting
talk about
things.
with
Yes,
ego.
yes.
Yeah,
That's how ego works.
Thor is like a virus ego to ego.
There you go.
Thor is the virus to ego.
Virus. The pandemic. Yes.
The pandemic got nothing on Thor
Yeah,
against
it's like,
ego. So yeah, so Hercules and Thor battle in Journey into the Mystery Annual #1, 1965.
they
Very
did.
classic issue. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think there was a conclusion for that battle there neither, right? They
No,
really, they
no,
wasn't.
no. There really wasn't.
Yeah, they like
I
no,
mean,
like I know, like what I remember is Thor gets stuck in uh Olympus or something like that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he's trying to walk through the bridge, that one bridge with the what's his name? I keep forgetting his name and all that. He gets past him. I can't remember that dude in the bridge, that scary dude that you got to get
Pluto?
past.
Pluto?
Is
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 it
that the
Pluto?
guy? It
I
might be
think
him.
might
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat remind me because my memory stinks. But anyway, he gets past that, and then that's how he runs into Hercules. You know what I mean? Or is
Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
other way around? Like I know, like he runs
Something like
into
that.
Hercules or something like that. Oh yeah, he ends up in Olympus, and then like something happens where they have to join forces a little bit, and
Yeah, yeah,
Zeus, you know, helps
yeah.
Thor get. I think he goes and tells his dad, like, I'm telling on your dad kind of thing. If I'm
I'm
not
gonna
mistaken.
I'm gonna get a hold of your dad.
Tattletale.
Yeah.
Perry, station my man. Perry.
Harry, what's up?
But yeah, I could be wrong, but I'm not mistaken. Something similar to that happened. I don't know if it was this
Yeah.
issue, but they did fight a few times.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I mean they're Thor and Hercules are about the same strength. Thor has the edge because he has the hammer.
the hammer, because like without the hammer, Thor is pretty powerful himself. You know what I
Yes.
mean? He is very powerful. Uh, I think he can still control the thunder and all that, the weather. Without
Uh,
the hammer, he just can't
supposedly.
control it like the
Yeah, yeah,
hammer.
yeah.
Supposedly, I think that's what was said after, maybe it was retcon or whatever. Um,
Something like yeah.
and a lot of times I forgot to mention in the beginning, but I'll mention it a little bit later. In the beginning, I'll mention that later with him with the hammer and the whole thing with the hammer.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
him and Hercules, like I know, like when Thor, I guess that he know how to deal with him in Avengers. So we did talk about with Avengers, and then he left, and that's when
Yeah,
Hercules comes in. And
yeah,
the issues that I'm reading now, I think I'm up to like 40 or whatever, or maybe deeper than that.
yeah,
Hercules is in the team now, so it's
yeah,
just like
yeah.
I I think at some point I think both of them are in the team. I don't think they're both on the same team
Not,
ever, right?
no, I mean they've kind of passed passed by each other as one was leaving and one was coming in, but yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, so I enjoy that. I don't think I'll ever be able to afford those issues, the annual. But I don't know if they ever made it in a facsimile, but if they did, I probably have
Oh,
it.
I
If they
wish.
didn't,
Yeah.
I would love for them to make that as a facsimile. Let's do this,
Yeah.
bro. Come on, Marvel. You know what I
Come
mean?
on, guys. Jeez.
Come on, guys. So next I want to mention another kind of love interest for him because I don't want to like leave the show like not that we're in a
You,
rush. We still got a little time. Hour and
you
17
don't
minutes in.
you
We're
don't
having
want
a little
to
fun.
you don't want to leave this show loveless?
You
Okay.
can't leave it loveless. You got to talk about the ladies sometimes. You know what I mean? We
Okay.
all love the
Okay.
ladies. So let's not lie. And
Yeah.
I'll start ending Journey into the Mystery, issue 102, um, May of 1964. Um,
Okay.
Lady Sif. You know what I mean?
Of, of course. Yes.
But of course. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this becomes like a little bit of a love triangle, a little bit towards Jane Foster and her. Like I don't think I haven't read anything that they collide or nothing like that. But um do you what do you think about Lady Sif and all that and her introductions and all that? Have you read like you said you read some of those issues through the
Yeah. On the
what
essentials. Yeah.
was that in the essentials too?
Yeah. Yeah. That was an essential. Um, I really like her. There's one particular story that I remember with her in it. It was from a graphic, like one of them Marvel graphic novels. Uh, she she came to talk to Thor about about leaving Earth and leaving Earth forever and going back to Asgard. And he was trying to show her the ways of Earth, and I thought it was that was a pretty cool story. So,
And she doesn't have like any Thor like powers or anything. She's just
she's just
she's
a
from
tough lady.
she's from Asgard. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? She's a
she's tough.
I don't know if they consider her a god, but when you're from Asgard, usually you're a god of some kind. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah,
always, but
yeah,
she's just very powerful. She can fight. You know what I
yep.
mean?
Oh yeah,
Odin loves her.
yep.
Doesn't want him to go with Foster's. He wants her. And him and Thor, they they
They
kind of like
kind of
each other. You know what I mean? But he still
yeah.
has his mind on Jane Foster right now. At least that's where I'm
Early
up
on,
to.
yeah,
And they do some adventures together and all that. And like I think she saves him his butt a couple of times, but they don't really hook up like that yet. At least not
yeah.
yet. I don't know in the future. Do they really hook up for real or anything like
Um,
that?
here and there they have hooked up, but it's not like permanent. I mean, like
Yeah. That's,
maybe somewhere down the road they can have the story of them getting married, right?
ooh,
They should.
maybe, maybe. You know
So
what I mean?
listen to me.
Because
Listen to me, Marvel. Come on.
let's
Okay.
get it done.
Let's
Because
go.
Thor and Jane Foster, that relationship has been over. Well,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
doing her own thing.
They
They do talk and all that, and they're friends and all that. But
respect each other. Yeah.
there's too much history there, and yeah. So yeah, I don't think it'll ever happen. I would love um to see that triangle again, just for me. I don't know if people will like that, but
Yeah.
but I don't think it's happening ever again. Who knows? It might happen, but
Yeah.
yeah. So we got her, and then well, I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about Mjolnir real quick because
All
I don't
right.
remember it appeared in '83, but I don't remember what issue. I know I might have said in the Avengers episode, but I don't remember what issue um it appeared as the name Mjolnir. Because in the beginning, I don't know if they wanted to go the route of where they went with the worthiness, because you didn't see a lot of that worthiness talk in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
It
Um,
was it was kind of implied early on, though. I think that that's Thor's hammer. You can't touch it. You can't pick
yeah,
it up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They implied it a little bit like that, but they never really said like the message on the hammer and all that. They never really
Yeah.
did that towards the beginning. You know,
Yeah.
they ended up calling it Mjolnir a little bit later on, and now they call it now the issues I'm reading. But the
Yeah.
first like I don't know, I don't want to name it like 10, 12 issues or something. You really don't
Yeah.
have a name for the hammer. At least that's what I remember. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
it could
true.
it could be eventually. Um, but a lot of things that I forgot to discuss early on was Mjolnir, like the hammer in the
Yeah.
beginning when he's Donald Blake,
Yeah.
he can't be away from the hammer for
Only
more than
60
60
seconds.
seconds. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
What's up with that? That's a
That's part of
punishment
the
right there.
part of the Odin part of the Odin
Curse,
trying to
something
keep
like that.
trying to keep Thor
Enchantment.
attached. Yeah, attached to the hammer, attached to his mortal self, Donald Blake, and yeah, it was rough times for him there a bit. Yeah.
I can't wait to read some of the uh, 80s and 90s stuff.
Yeah, he gets
Cause
a
I
yeah, they get away from Donald Blake and yeah. Yeah.
yeah, cause yeah. Well, of course we probably revisit Thor one day and talk about the different runs.
Oh
Cause
yeah.
you know I figured this was an introduction to Thor kind of
Yeah.
show,
Yeah.
and like there's a history there, you know. But I just needed to talk about because a lot of people don't know about the hammer of that six
Yeah.
second rule and all that. I didn't even know about that. I knew about the transformation a little bit later because I read the comics. Because I think in the
Well,
'80s it was still going on. But go
well,
ahead.
what else do you know about the hammer?
What else do I know? What do you
Yeah.
mean? Like I know like he can use it to spin. He can he
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
he could supposedly he could make it into a nuclear weapon where he can destroy like
Okay.
1/5 of the universe. I heard about that. You know
Okay.
what I
Ah,
mean?
okay. So you heard that. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. And he actually can kill himself if he does that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. He would. Yeah. Yeah.
So, anything else about the hammer that you know about that
Uh,
I don't remember right now?
well, like he can create a force field with it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, he
It
can
helps
create.
him fly. Oh, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. He can create. Uh, you know, thunder and lightning storms. You know, with it.
Yeah, you control the
Uh,
weather better with it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He can even drain life forces from other beings with it, which I think he did that to Loki once or twice. I don't know. And he can also use it to detect other magical items. There you go.
Wow.
How about that?
How about that?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Like I didn't know a whole lot of that. I know he could do a lot, but the history of the hammer and all that, I didn't know all that.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Where'd he go? Where did Herm go? Oh no. I don't, where guys, I don't know where Herm went. Oh, there he is. Whew. What happened?
Yeah, that's just an ongoing thing. Once I'm over an hour, my phone decides it wants to kick me out. So that's
Oh, wow.
just anybody watching my show, they probably be like tick tock, tick tock. It's gonna happen now. It's gonna happen now. There you go, and then I
So,
just disappear. You
ah,
know what I mean?
so you're a little bit like Thor. you can only be on for a certain amount of time, right?
Yeah, after an hour and 15 minutes or something like that, that's
Okay.
it. You know what I mean?
So YouTube wants to push you out, like Odin wants
Yeah,
to
yeah.
push Thor.
That, that's that that's it. We have a question up here from Phable. Good question.
Okay.
Whose
Okay.
lightning is stronger, Thor or Storm's?
I got to go with Thor.
Okay, okay.
And,
What? Because he's a god or something like that? Because I know like she's very powerful
yeah.
because she's an Omega level character.
Yeah.
So
But how Omega can you get until you run up to a god person? You know.
it's true.
Uh,
It's true. There you go. Superhero said the hammer got Herm. Yeah, it did. It kicked me out. I
he
love these
got
shows
flung
because
out. Yeah.
I love these shows because I don't know any of this stuff. I appreciate the knowledge. You're welcome, Nick. I'm glad we taught somebody because yeah, the whole Mjolnir thing and the 60 seconds I didn't know till
Yeah.
later on. So
Oh,
when
yeah.
I'm reading these comics, it's pretty interesting.
That
They were like
it's been
there
from
was
day one with that.
yeah, and then it's
Yeah.
just like and to finally um so we have all this. They were actually some adventures where
Yes.
he loses the hammer wherever it went, an enchantment by Loki or
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
and he has 60 seconds to defeat a certain villain or something
Yeah. Yeah.
before he turns into Donald Blake and totally gets destroyed. That happened a few times early in the issues. You know what I mean?
It happened. It happened more. It happened. Yeah. It happened in the '70s also, and in the early '80s too. So yeah.
Nick says
Yeah.
Thor
There you go.
2. It
Thor.
doesn't matter, Thor or Storm. Lightning still hurts Fable. Thor should hook up with Storm. There you go. Can you imagine that? You know,
Oh,
that's a lot of electricity right there. You know.
how would Black Panther feel about that? Oh,
I don't know. He's doing his own thing. You know what I mean? I don't think he's
oh,
happy
really?
with her right now. The stuff that's
Okay.
happening in the comics right now, I don't think he's happy with her. She kind of went violated a little bit
You
in
look at it.
Wakanda. But
How Omega can you get?
how mega can you get? Wise word, Sam.
That's
The
right.
60 seconds thing was good for extra excitement.
It
It was.
was.
It was. It worked. It worked because I'm reading the book and I'm like, oh man, how's he gonna get out of this one? You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like he turns to Blake, and then a lot of times, uh, like I don't know how it is. You press it once, he turns into Thor. You press it twice, he turns back. Whatever it is, I don't know how he figured that out, but it looked like it's embedded in his hand. Use it, you know what I mean? Because
It's part of the whole thing. He's able to do it. Yeah.
so what year do you think what year did they end up not where he's just Thor? You know what I mean? Because you have this happen a lot. Late 80s, early 90s, I think he was still doing that. No, there was
Well,
still.
okay. Well, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing.
Oh, here we
Okay,
go.
here you go. I'm gonna take you to school here. Okay.
Take me to school, man. That's why we're
Okay.
here.
Here's what happened. Uh, Walt Simonson, Thor. Remember, Walt Simonson.
Walt
When he took
Simonson.
when he took over, he got rid of that whole thing with the Donald Blake. Donald Blake to kind of went away, and it was just Thor all the time. And then later in the '90s, they had this other guy be a part of uh, Thor's life and stuff. Oh, but before that, okay, I forget. And before that, they also had this Jake guy who later becomes Thunderstrike. That's right. Yeah. So there was a bunch of people. There you go.
I know, like, yeah, that other Thor, the imposter Thor, that is in the beginning of
Thunder
the Infinity Gauntlet. What's his name? The other
Thunderstrike. Yeah. Well, he
Thunderstrike.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
he's not an
he was.
imposter, but he
He's
wasn't the
not.
real
Oh,
Thor. Come
yeah.
on,
He's not an imposter. Come on now.
he played Thor for a little while. You know what I mean? So
How can you play Thor? What do you mean play Thor?
he played Thor for a little.
Play Thor? Yeah.
Wait, wait.
Okay.
I know we're probably gonna cover that run eventually.
Yes. Yes.
Because there's an epic out for it. If I'm not mistaken, I want to get that epic. That
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
Beta Ray Bill and all them. That's the
Oh
era.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
which I want to talk about Beta Ray Bill in the future. But
Oh, definitely.
I thought keep this in the beginning
Yeah.
and like. But now that we're crunching down towards the end of this discussion of the beginning,
Yes.
um,
Yes.
where was I going? I didn't even know. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking? Um,
Come on, Herm.
come on, fish me, fish me.
Come on, get in
Um,
there.
wait, what was I gonna ask? This is where my
Herm,
tiredness comes in. But yeah, you have there was something Beta Ray Bill. You know what I mean? I
okay, no
talked
problem.
about him.
Yeah.
Um, but before we get to that run, what is it about that particular run that
What, Walt
made him,
Simonson?
yeah, Walt Simonson that made him want to change all that? You know what I mean? What?
Um, I haven't looked into that. It just seemed, it almost like he wanted to put his own spin on Thor, and he definitely was one of the better people who worked on Thor, I think. So
It was a fantastic run. Like I want to
it,
go over that run because I think it was an awesome run.
yeah.
Um, I ain't gonna wait till I get through all the issues because that's not gonna happen. So one day, because that is I didn't have a lot of Thor comics, but I did have a few, and I remember that character, and
Yeah.
and that other playing the guy playing Thor.
You're
um,
going to ask about Throg.
yeah,
Oh,
that's what I guess he's right. I was going to ask about Throg. What
the
it
Frog Thor? Okay.
Frog Thor?
Yeah.
What is it with this Frog Thor guy?
You don't know about him?
Yeah, but we're doing the show, so tell us.
Okay. Oh,
He's
okay.
like, you
So,
don't
okay.
know?
He got, Thor got, uh, Loki had this lady, uh, kiss Thor, and Thor turned into a frog. and, uh, and then it took a while for him to get somewhere where he could get a hold of the hammer, and he became Throg, Frog Thor. And
He
then
grabs
eventually,
a little hammer, or he's like,
he no no
oh no.
he got underneath the the handle part of the hammer, and he lifted it up, you know, and he became Frog Thor.
He's like,
It's crazy. It's
he
crazy.
kind of like Mighty Mouse. Here I come to save the day. You know, like little frog Thor.
It's a
You
bit like that. Yes,
know.
yes, yes.
Oh man, this is so much fun.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Uh, I was a little tired. I was worried we weren't be able to get a good Thor show, but we did pretty good here. I feel
I don't think
like
we
we put
did
on a
bad.
good show. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Pat ourselves in the back. Pat ourselves. So we're gonna put a pause on the rest. Anybody? Any questions? Everybody? Bobby Station, Hardcore
There you
Station, Bobby.
go. Frog hammer. There you go.
Any other questions? Get them out now, cause we're approaching a certain time of the show that I love. You know what I mean? Everybody knows I love this time of the
Ah,
show.
I like the way you said love.
Love. I don't know why I have to say it like that, but I did. I just did. Anything else you want to add to the story that we didn't talk about yet? We talked about a lot. Let's hold some for a future show, right?
I just want to say that there's been a lot of great writers and great artists, and I appreciate all of them, and so much great stuff came from Thor, and I'm looking forward to talking about more Thor later on down the road. So
I'm loving the Donny Case run so much. I loved it. He brought a lot of that history in his
yeah,
Thor run. It's so fun. One of the better runs from Marvel. You know what I mean? It's always been up there, top 3 or 4, even number 1.
yeah,
Battling Strange Academy and Daredevil, and I like uh, Savage Avengers. I really enjoyed that too. But
yeah,
um, were you getting the Donny Cates store run? Did you
oh yeah,
enjoy his run?
yeah. I'm still getting it. So yeah,
I'm still getting it. He's gonna continue around with he's got a lot. Yeah, he's got a whole event coming, all that, uh, and all that. So I can't wait for that. Maybe one day we talk Donny Cates Thor run. You know what I mean? I would love to revisit that because that's a
So,
fantastic run he's going through.
what do
But
you think about that question down there?
so Sleepy Rita asks, where do you guys rank Thor in terms of favorite Marvel characters? Um, whew. So, well, I he's not in my top 5 as of when I was a kid. If you ask me as a kid, um, I didn't not like him, but I didn't know a whole lot about him. And the first, actually, the first, I can't say the first Thor because I did have Odinson was the first Thor I saw, but I saw a lot because of the gauntlet and all that. So I saw the other guy playing Thor a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Sam didn't like me saying, um, but if I rank them now, I don't know, cause I'm gonna be a little biased, cause of Donny Cates.
Yeah.
So those issues has been in my top 5 for a long time. I don't know where if I would rank Thor in my top 5. Maybe he'll be
Okay.
in my top 10. There's a lot of other heroes. I have to really rethink that. And the next time we do a Thor show, or next time we do any show, maybe we'll do a Marvel superhero list and, and,
Well,
and, and get that in
well, I'm
there.
just, I'm just gonna go ahead and say he's in my top 20. I'll just say that.
Okay, that's a
Yeah,
lot of Marvel heroes. So
yeah. I
so
got a lot more people that are ahead of
that you
Thor.
like
So,
more.
yeah.
All right. Um, he's in the top 10. Sleeping like when you talk about how great he is
Well,
and
yes,
his powers, if you
yes.
talk about the superheroes, not the
Well,
exaggerated,
yeah. Then
but
he's
like
top 10.
they
Yeah,
came out with Sentry and Hyperion after him and all that.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
Thor to me was the most powerful one until they thought of those guys. But
yeah,
the Hyperion, I think he could whoop his ass anyway. But Sentry maybe not. I mean, Sentry like they overdid it with his powers. But
yeah.
but the like the Super Saiyan Thor that that Donny Cates did would probably whoop their ass anyway. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Whoa, what?
So no, but yeah. So like yeah, I appreciate it more. The movies helped out. Donny Cates'
Yeah,
run helped out, and me reading through the beginning of this history with Lee and Kirby going in there, and I didn't even discuss
yeah,
Neil Adam taking over for
mm,
Kirby for a couple of issues and all that,
yeah, yeah.
and
John Cena.
John
Yeah,
Buscema John Buscema like he did almost I think 100 issues if I'm not mistaken
something
of
like that. Yeah,
like 182 to 278 because
something
I
like
wrote
that.
it
Yeah,
down. I wrote it
he's in
down for
a
the
lot.
Avengers. The Avengers
Yeah,
thing we did, I had that in there.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah. So he did a nice little run too, to Mr. John Buscema. Very talented
He
dude.
did. He did. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you have a favorite artist for Thor, or is it one of those guys? Or was it just Kirby? You know what I mean?
Uh, I'd have to go with John Buscema.
John Buscema,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Buscema was
yeah.
fantastic. I mean,
Well, there's Walter
nobody's better
Simonson
than
too.
the King Kirby. You know what I mean? But
No, no.
just saying, as
He.
Thor,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
So we all
yeah,
love King Kirby,
yeah.
except for Brandon Comic Kings. I appreciate you, Brandon, but come on, nah.
Oh, whoa. Yeah,
Oh, whoa.
yeah.
For
Come on
me,
now.
he's around 3 or 4, which is understandable. He's a fantastic character, very underrated even now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
just as a kid, he wasn't thought of a lot. You know what I mean? I didn't get a chance to read a lot of Thor, but if I did,
yeah,
he'll probably be up there. You know what I mean? I have to
yeah,
rethink about my favorite heroes. I'm gonna have to start making my own list. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. We
um,
should do that. Yeah,
Tomorrow,
yeah.
Station, my man. Kent State just got home and got us set up. I'm gonna be over the rewind, brothers. This is my favorite chat. I hate missing it, man. It's all good, man. You're a busy man. Busy man. He's gonna put on a great show with those guys. I can't
Yeah.
wait. You know what I mean? And we also got my man, the closer for tomorrow night. I think he's
Hey,
taking tomorrow night off or something. He's off for a couple of weeks or something. If I'm not
well,
wrong. But Justin, happy new comic book day, man. Thanks for joining us, even if it's for a little bit. I appreciate you, man.
he's a very busy guy. Yeah.
He's a good dude, man. Very positive in the comic book
Yes.
world and all that. We definitely got to do a show with him in the future
Oh,
and all
yeah,
that. And
yeah,
you know, Maybe one like here. I don't know how busy he is on Wednesdays. If you ever could do one here, but maybe
Yeah.
we work with him. Because we are having a show, a Fantastic Four show with the Rock and Robbie, Mr. Rock and Robbie. You know what I mean? and,
Did
and
did you
September,
did you talk to him recently?
we
Yeah.
had a talk around September. We're gonna do a show. He's gonna work.
Cool.
We have to work with him with the day. He might
Okay.
not be able to do it on a Wednesday. We might have to change the
Oh,
day
okay.
and all that. I'm
That's all
down
right.
with that because the man, he loves Fantastic Four.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you know, I think maybe we go over the John Byrne run. Or maybe we'll read that run.
Nice.
Maybe I'll finish the Kirby run with Lee,
Yeah.
and then we'll have a ball with that,
Oh, yeah.
man. So and so we have a lot in the works. You know what I mean? I still
Yeah.
have Conan the Barbarian with Sleepy Reader and all that for the show. You know what I mean? Have
Fair
Bob
check,
Daredevil,
dude.
Freddy,
Yeah.
like the bare chested dudes, and
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still watching, but Sleepy Reader, if you are, I'll work with you too. If you can't do it on a Wednesday and we change the day, I'm gonna have to do it
Yeah.
ahead of time so I can at work. You know what I mean? I can adjust
Yeah.
it, but we'll definitely do that. Uh,
Yeah.
I've been trying to book Justin forever, bro. He's a busy dude. Yeah, he really is, man.
Yes.
I'm glad to have him out here for a little while. Station, for a bit. Uh, Two Guns still with us. Pew pew. Mrs. Chamorro Station. All you guys, I appreciate all you guys.
Man,
Maria's still with us. You know what I mean?
we always get the best of the best
Cool
here.
Station. um, Bobby
Yeah,
said
look at
John
all that.
Buscema, Kirby, George Perez on the Avengers, Walt Simonson, and I'm a big
Oh,
Ron Friends fan.
he just named off a whole bunch of my
Legend.
favorites right there. Yeah.
Ron Friends, come on.
Yeah.
It's working Spider Man and all that, and
Right.
Spider Girl and all that. Love it. So we're closing out the Thor talk for now. Uh,
Yeah.
we just found out we got a lot more to talk about with Thor than we thought. I was a little
Yeah.
worried. I'm like, oh man, how can I get a whole show? But this was
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
lot of fun and
This was a good introduction. Yeah.
great introduction. I know I'm
Yeah.
pressing for time a little bit, but
Little.
tomorrow's show is 8:30. But I would like to eat something before
Yeah.
I show. If nobody knows, this is the show I was talking about. My man, he's gonna have a great show. Part of Whiplash Wednesday. They're gonna finish it off. All those wonderful people you see on the screen is on there. I said this a little earlier, and yeah, Whiplash Wednesdays. You know what I mean? Woo, woo. Keep on keeping on with the Whiplash Wednesdays. I do want to talk about one, of course, next week. Nick Spencer run
Oh
issues
yeah.
50 to 59. I do want to talk about July 14th. We got a month
Oh, look at
ahead.
that. Yeah.
We're gonna read the Secret Wars run. Sam the Beyonder. We're gonna be here. I don't know if you know that guy, but
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
July
I do.
14th, 6 p.m. Eastern, on that new comic book day, we're gonna talk Secret
Mm.
Wars, 12 issues, fantastic run.
This
I
should
never
be
read
very
it in
interesting.
full.
Yeah.
I read issues here and there, but I never read it in full. So this is
What?
gonna be my first full.
Oh
Yeah,
man, you got to read the whole thing, brother.
it was
Yeah,
hard to
come on.
find those issues as a kid. You know what I mean? I couldn't. There was the trades
I
weren't
got
as easy to find.
yeah,
So
yeah. I got the trades. Yeah,
I have
yeah,
one too. So can't wait to
yeah.
read that. We got a month ahead, but I thought I'd mention it. Hope everybody has fun while we run over that. And maybe we'll have a special guest. I don't want to say who we're planning on
Maybe.
bringing in.
Yeah,
We don't know if they can do it,
yeah.
but hopefully they can. And fantastic show of that we'll do in the future. And yeah, so there's a certain thing. We still got one more thing to do. One more thing to do.
We do.
That
Oh,
beautiful
there it is.
sight.
Oh,
That
look at that.
beautiful sight.
That sure is a nice day there. Wow.
Show and tell. So, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
You know what? How about you go first?
I'll go first. I'll try not to go too long because we are an
Yeah,
hour and 40 minutes. I'm not in a rush, but we still got a little time. But
yeah,
I'll go
yeah, yeah.
first. How you doing, everyone? I don't have a lot of. I wanted to have more action figures or something to show because tomorrow show is having it later and all that. They're gonna talk about all collectibles and all that. But I'm gonna show some. I don't know if Sam's gonna approve of this. You know, what I mean,
Oh
Sam might
no,
not
no,
approve of
oh
this.
no,
I don't
oh
know.
no.
I don't
Oh
know.
no.
Let me grab a few over here because I'm having a hard time just grabbing them. Grab a few and you know what I mean. Let me put stuff out of my way, you know. And but yeah. So this is part a continuing on in my short box of 50 cents, which I might have got more less than 50 cents because of the sales at the time. Holiday
Ooh, look at
sales. I always go through a lot of holiday sales and uh yes, thank you, No Good Comics. Smash that like button for sure.
yeah.
Um, so I'm keeping on with this 50 cent haul that I got. Usually, in the end of around October of last year, I had this whole series of hauls like this. I was gonna do it again, but now that I do more live streams, I won't be able to do them as much. But I figure I'll show more here, and I'll start with the man in the shirt, Action Comics, uh, giant size annual number 10. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic.
yeah.
This one's Superman Unchained. This is a Scott Snyder kind of run with Jim Lee up in here. Superman Unchained. I wonder if Missing Link ever read this. He's a DC guy. You know what I'm saying? If
All
he ever
right.
read this, you know what I mean? This one's Superman 183, 2002 action. Clark Kent. You're fired. So this guy who's been a good boss to him, he fired Clark Kent. Now I gotta read it, see what that's about. You know what I mean?
He might be possessed by J. Jonah Jameson. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
he's probably his cousin or something like that. It's just
No.
from
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
universe. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is Superman 655. I know Fable's loving the Superman stuff. You know he loves Superman. He grew up loving Superman. You know what I mean? So we got that going on. 656 Superman. Super hot. Not anymore. I don't know who
Well,
the heck that is. Is that I can't get his name right now, but
what?
Kurt Busiek writing this series right now on here. Do you know who that is? I don't even know who that is. That's not
Oh,
Killer
I thought.
Croc.
Oh, I thought that was the Thing's cousin.
Oh, what? He's probably into. See, a lot of relatives in this cross
Yeah.
universe. I mean, they cross
Yeah.
the universes. You know what I mean? Superman 658.
Oh,
Superman's like, something's
what's going
wrong with
on?
me, but I'm gonna get you. And he's like holding somebody else. Like they're playing Mercy right now. You know what I mean? That big Mercy thing. uh, yeah, this is a nice little big trade style. Superman strength 1 of 3. Now I want to get the other two. The Superman holding the car and all that, and another car,
Looks
and I
like
don't know
Alex.
if
Alex
anybody.
Ross there. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, there's
Alex
a
Ross.
McClaw Austin. It looks like Alex Ross. It doesn't say on the cover,
Yeah.
but it does look like some Alex Ross early stuff
Yeah.
right there. It really does. And this one, keep on keeping on with this one right here. Uh, the Trinity, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. So it's Trinity. It's
Okay.
number 13. Anybody see my hauls before? No, I was getting this run. Number 14.
Okay.
Number 23 with Black Adam up in the cover.
Whoa.
I am Black Adam. Before The Rock was Black Adam. Ah ha ha ha. So keep on keeping on with the Superman type run here. Uh, you know what I'm saying? I have this is it looks like the first issue. This is the annual number 1. Kelly and McGinnis run of the Superman and Batman with a Deathstroke up in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Superman, great cover, great cover. Um, Loving it. And this is actually the first issue of that run. Jeff Lowe, Ed McGinnis run right here. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Nice little number 1. This is number 13, which just has some Michael Turner, rest in peace action. Supergirl, this cover I was looking for. I found it
oh,
online
oh,
on mycomicshop.com. Usually they
nice.
let you know when a cover you want comes in. It came in. I got it for a couple of bucks. I got nice little sale. This is not the 50 cent bin, but I added it to the 50 cent stuff because it was part. This is number 13. This is the A cover of that. You know what I mean? Number three, number 30, Batman Superman. You know what I mean? Number 31, Batman Superman. You know what I
Oh,
mean? awesome run. I've never read the whole run. One day I wanna do that too. Number 51, right there. I don't even know who did this cover, but
Yeah, what the heck's going on there?
Superman's a kid, Wonder Woman's a kid, Batman's a kid, and then you have the adults there. So um, what's her name? Her name's eluding me right now. But
Is it Zartana?
Zartana, thank you. That's why
Yeah,
we right here, bro. We right here.
yeah, yeah.
42. I guess whatever's going on is still going on with the whole
Yeah,
kid
with the little
thing.
kid.
And then 57 from that run. And then I got a few more. A few more. Just a couple more, and then the other ones I'll save for another time because we are getting it is getting late.
Yeah.
Batman, Superman, uh, the new 52, Batman, Superman, number 9. You know what I mean? Greg Pak and Jay Lee up in here. You know what I mean?
Nice. Nice.
Number 10, number 22. A nice little cover there. That's uh, Teen Titans Go variant cover. So that's pretty cool. Uh, Number 24, we got certain Aquaman up in there
Wow.
whooping butt. And then last but not least, number 26, this has Batgirl up in there, and it's some kind
Wow.
of short-headed Superman in trouble or whatever. I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna have to read this one day. But yeah, a lot of this DC stuff, you know what I mean? That's what I'm almost done with my DC box. A little bit left for the next show. So that's my haul for now.
Yeah.
And of course, now it goes to our guy, Sam.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, first off, I wanted to show Scrooge.
Oh,
Scrooge McDuck here. You gotta go. Thought I would show off our man Scrooge. You know.
me money bank.
Uh,
I want to get me money bank, right?
yeah.
Uh,
And then since we were talking about Thor, I wanted to show off Thor.
oh,
That's the serpent god. He goes against him there
oh
at the
boy!
end. It's pretty cool. And
Don't
then you
mess
got
with
this
him.
one. Then you got this one, the Black Galaxy Saga. Pretty cool, right? So okay. So moving on. Look at this.
Ooh wee!
Look at that.
Oh,
Heroes Reborn, number 7.
oh,
There you
nice,
go.
nice. Have you been
Todd,
reading that run? Have you been liking it?
I have been liking it a lot.
Yeah, I like it
Pretty
too.
good. Yeah.
Pretty good, pretty
And
good.
then poor Miles Morales. I don't know what's going on. The clone saga. Really, we got to do a clone saga for Miles? Okay.
It's
Uh,
actually been pretty good. I've been enjoying it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm like, oh, poor Miles is going through a ringer. Come on. So we got this whole Bride of Doom thing happening in the
Ooh
Fantastic
wee!
Four.
Fantastic
You
Four
know,
has been
yeah.
excellent. So
Yes, yes.
the whole Johnny Storm thing going on, all that. Oh, I can't wait to talk more about
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at this, Captain America annual 1.
All right, you got it.
Yeah,
All right, all right.
yeah.
I need I
Pretty
need you to
cool.
read it and tell me how it is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'll try and do that during a commercial break or something. Uh, uh, we got a planet-size X-Men here.
Oh yeah, I
Got
can't wait to read that.
this is
Boom,
the
boom,
uh,
boom, 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 boom,
the
boom, boom, boom.
Dotson cover. So
Heck
how about
yeah.
that? And then was there like a special thing happening today? Was there a last issue of a certain character? What was
What
there
what
like
what what
what
what?
what what
Oh,
what
oh, you got that
what?
cover. That's a nice cover, bro.
Yeah, how about that?
Is that Patrick Gleason too?
It is. So
Oh man, I missed out on that cover. Woo,
so
specking, bro. You specking?
I might be specking just a
You
bit.
specking?
And also my buddy T-Bone said he was going to order the Mark Bagley cover, and he was going to order me one too. So yeah, there you go.
Nice, nice. Nice.
So that
So
was it. That's my
that
show
was
and tell.
it.
Yeah.
That's your show and tell, that beautiful sight.
You got a nice little song there.
I got a nice song, 62
You got
Station,
a
my
patent
man.
then.
Oh boy. Oh boy. 62 says it's 2 days closer to the weekend, Bobby, and I am ready now. Are you
It,
ready?
it's
Gladiators ready?
weekend. Yeah, it's weekend time.
Sam today was a nerd. Let's spend our money at our LCS.
You see that?
Hey,
And
heck
his
yeah.
I like and I like that guy's name first off because he's Lefty Blues because I'm left-handed and I have blue eyes. There you go.
The, the blue. That's why you love the blue eye, the ever loving blue eye thing, right? That's why you have
That's right.
a connection to the thing,
The baby blues.
the
Yes.
baby blues.
Yes.
So yes, that was our show and tell. That was awesome. Sam, do you have anything coming up in your channel? Maybe a certain show on Friday that you usually do?
Just my, usual with the nature walks. I like to do my little nature walk and some, here and there. You never know where I'm gonna go. And Friday, I will have my ever loving show. So there you go.
That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess this is this show. Hope everybody. I was trying to stretch it to that full 2 hours, but it's okay. We don't have to stretch it to the
Hey,
full two
we're
hours.
just under the 2 hour mark.
It's just under the 2 hour. Well, I can plug stuff and like
Yeah.
can't
Come on, keep it going, Herm. Come on.
keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, my whole run 4 o'clock tomorrow. Check it out. Check it out. I'll be there 4 o'clock live, showing my haul. I always enjoy talking to you guys and all that about that haul and everybody in the chats. Of course, I mentioned this earlier, but Chamorro Cinema coming up 8:30 Eastern. You know what I mean? Missing Link is gonna be up in there. We got your Laney from the PCP Excitable Crew. I'm pretty excited about that. Mike 06 from the PCP crew. I'm guessing Robbie because he has the thing up there. He's gonna be up in there. Phable. They're getting ready. TM Nerdy. You know what I'm saying? Part of the
Nice.
Bad Batch. Dave's Dungeon. You know what I mean? Hip Hop and Me. Uh, Top of the Pops. Man, mad people, mad people. Croyo Prime, hosted by Croyo Prime. You know what I mean? If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. I'm always saying it wrong. And Station Eagles, thanks for joining us. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. You know what I mean? I got plenty of shows happening. I don't want to overdo it. You know what I mean?
Hey, I will be having my nature walk tomorrow. That's the only heads up I can give you. It's gonna be tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, sometime.
Yep. Then of course I have my Sunday night show with TM Nerdy.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk the second episode of Loki. Can't forget that. I can't wait to talk about that show. I haven't seen it yet. I'm probably see it either today, tonight. Not really tonight. We got tomorrow's show. Tomorrow
Yeah.
I'll probably see it with the lady and all that. So I can't wait to see that one. And of course, that's it for now.
That's it.
Till next time. Okay, next week. I didn't even talk about next week.
Yeah.
we
Whoa.
Next week we'll be back here. New Comic Book Day, 6 p.m. June 23. YouTube team up featuring the Spectacular Sam, Big Herm, and the Spectacular
That's
Sam.
right.
We're gonna talk some Nick Spencer again, number 50, issues number 50 to 59. You know, we're gonna go through
Hey,
those issues, see what we like,
hey,
what we
hey,
didn't like. You know.
hey. Tell the people what they can do.
Oh yeah, thanks you for reminding me.
Yeah.
If you like the video, hit the
Thank
thumbs
you.
up. Subscribe to the channel. Ding, ding, ding that bell for notification for future videos so you can watch more of us have this awesome time together. Thank you, Sam, like always. Thank you, everybody in the chats. Check out the Tomorrow Show next. It should be phenomenal on his channel.
Oh
And
yeah.
until next time, peace out, everybody. Station.